Manchester United were always due a rebuild this summer with new manager Erik ten Hag coming in. Pogba, Matic, Mata, Cavani, Lingard all leaving the club, and a reported £120 million transfer kitty available for Spensies. But now Cristiano Ronaldo wants to leave as well. I can't resist any longer. It's time to rebuild Manchester United. Hello folks, and welcome to a Manchester United rebuild here on the channel. I'm Kev, and coming up on this video, I'm gonna do all of Manchester United's transfers this summer so they don't have to, and probably get them back into the Champions League. Fingers crossed we get them back into the Champions League. If that kind of thing sounds like it interests you, make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on the video. It really does help to tell me that you like this kind of content, you want to see more, and let me know down in the comments what other clubs you'd like to see me do a rebuild on. And of course, if you are new, subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on. We do daily Football Manager videos here, and there'll be plenty for you to enjoy, even if it's not Manchester United all the time. I'm not a Manchester United fan, by the way. I know the regulars already know that. I am not a Manchester United fan. I'm very much doing this as an outsider looking in. So I've downloaded an up-to-date database for Football Manager, which includes the transfers of Malacia and Christian Eriksen coming in, and of course the likes of Pogba, Cavani, all those lot having left the club. The one other change I've made, although at the time of recording nothing on this has happened yet, it's kind of the point of the video, I have moved Cristiano Ronaldo on as well. I did a little bit of nosing around on the internet, and it seems at the time of recording, and again, comment section, I know you're going to tell me off regardless, but at the time of recording, Chelsea looked like his most likely destination. So I've moved Cristiano Ronaldo to Chelsea in a £30 million move. We've also had Dean Henderson go out and loan to Forest for the season. There's Malacia and Eriksen coming in. So with all that done, it leaves £136.5 million in the transfer budget. That's the original £120 million. The supposed £30 million fee for Ronaldo, which seems high. I think it will probably be less than that. Plus the 13.5 going out for Malacia, and the gaps in the wage budget as a result of those players coming and going. And again, I suspect there's probably more room in the wage budget than that with Pogba and Cavani and Ronaldo all leaving. But I'm not an expert on Manchester United's finances. I think this is enough for us to play with. If we have a look at the squad, it's pretty imbalanced with all of those departures, most notably in lack of a striker. I know in real life the chase is very much for Frenkie de Jong to come in the midfield, which definitely makes sense. I mean, if you're looking at an attacking midfield three of, let's say, Sancho, Fernandes, Rashford, maybe Eriksen getting involved here as well, but those four players are all going to be playing in this kind of quadrant of the pitch, not a quadrant, this area of the pitch. It means you don't really have anybody to play up front unless it's Anthony Martial, maybe, or one of the youngsters. I mean, you don't really have anyone to play in central midfield either. With Fernandes and Eriksen involved up here, you're left with Fred and McTominay, which apparently Manchester United fans aren't that keen on. So striker, central midfielder. If we look further back at what we might need, Raphael Varane, he'll probably do. And with regard partners for him, I mean, Football Manager tells me Harry Maguire is decent. And as a neutral who watches England, I see him play quite well for England. I know he's not had a nice time of it lately at Manchester United, but I'm not that desperate to replace him. Cue all the Man United fans turning off. I mean, there are other options here as well, the likes of Lindelof, Jones, Bailly, Tuanzebe. Yeah, I get it. You probably want a world-class centre-back to go alongside Varane, but I think there's higher priorities in the squad at the moment. And certainly fullback, I think we're probably fine for this summer. Shaw and Telles should be fine on that side. Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, you've got Brendan Williams as well. Brandon Williams, not Brent. Who's Brendan Williams? Brandon Williams as well. Sorry, give him his full name. Brandon Paul Brian Williams. That is 4 first names. That is excessive. You've got plenty of options at fullback, and then obviously in goal, David De Gea. No real backup. You don't really want to see Tom Heaton coming into the team, and Dean Henderson obviously out at Forest for the season, so a backup goalkeeper is probably needed as well. But the highest priority to me, striker, central midfielder, then see how much money we've got left. I do have a thought in mind as to who that striker should be. I want Lautaro Martinez. So first order of business, we're going to go in for him. I don't think, as a Europa League club, there's much chance of us scoring Frankie de Jong in-game. And in real life at the moment, it seems to be a little bit of a battle trying to convince him to leave Barcelona. And I think we're probably going to have a similar battle. So I don't know that we're going to bother pursuing Frankie de Jong. Wouldn't be interested in joining Manchester United. It requires us to qualify for the Champions League. And even then, he's going to use almost our entire transfer budget. So I think Frankie de Jong, less interested. Lautaro Martinez, we can pick up for a decent-ish price. I mean, obviously, we're not going to pay 84 million up front, but we're gonna look to put a package together. We need a striker, and I think Lautaro Martinez is the striker. And then we can work out what we can do from there based on what our scouts find and how much money we've got left. I'm thinking we're going to do a 4-2-3-1, by the way. It's how I expect Manchester United to play in real life this season. It's one of my favourite Football Manager formations. So I don't see any reason not to do this. If I show you my thoughts as to what this might look like, yeah, probably something like that. These are kind of your nailed-on options that I certainly don't think we necessarily need to be racing to upgrade. But then everything else is, yeah, we could probably fill those gaps. Let's see how we get on, eh? Well, this is going to be trickier than first imagined. We can't get Lautaro Martinez. He had major reservations about talking to us. And then despite promising we'd qualify for Europe this season, he still said no. So talks have broken down. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Not ideal. Well, I think we've sufficiently replaced Cristiano Ronaldo and Edinson Cavani. Victor Osimhen comes in from Napoli for a lot of money. I mean, it is a lot of money, but, you know, we needed an elite striker. In fact, we needed two. So we've got Alexander Isak as well. To me, I'm trying to replace the players who've left. So if Cavani and Ronaldo have left, we need two strikers. Pogba has left, we need a midfielder. I mean, the fact that Matic, Lingard and Mata have all gone as well. Obviously, Eriksen's already come in, but we probably need some midfield players. But we've got Isak, we've got Osimhen. I don't know that I'll play both of them together, unless maybe, I guess, one of them could play out wide even. I know in the network game over on Twitch, I've played Victor Osimhen out on the left wing on occasion. So it's an option. We've got some flexibility. And most importantly, we've got options up front now. We have two strikers who are both good enough to start for Manchester United. We have other business going on as well. I had to get a defender. So Dio Upamecano is hopefully going to be coming in to partner Varane at the back. And as our Pogba replacement, our new midfielder, Matheus Nunes from Sporting, is hopefully coming in as well. Once we've got those two in, we have a pretty solid squad then. I mean, already the squad is looking much more balanced than it was. I am trying to move a few players on, the likes of Jones and Fred and Tuanzebe, just to free up a little bit more money to improve in some other areas. I'd like some fullbacks. I'd like another goalkeeper. I think we're probably done in the attacking areas now, but we probably do need maybe one more central midfielder, because even with Nunes coming in, if these two are attacking midfielders, you've got McTominay, Fred probably leaving, Pereira we're trying to sell as well. So you're looking at McTominay, Van der Beek and Nunes as the only three out-and-out centre-mid options. So we probably need one more of those on top of Nunes. I'm not sure who that is yet. We'll get these other deals finalised first. Oh, we have two new members of the midfield. You already knew Nunes was coming in, and here he is, now a Manchester United player. And for a little bit of tackling alongside him, we've got Weston McKennie as well, who's come in from Juventus for £40 million. We're really trying to prioritise young players. We're doing a rebuild. We're trying to set Manchester United up for the next 10 years. So Osimhen's 23, Isak's 22, Upamecano 23, Nunes I think is 23, McKennie 23. These are the age groups we're looking for. We still have some spensies left, but we are massively over our wage budget now. So I would like at least two more players. Looking at my squad depth, I need another right midfield player. I don't really want to be playing Fernandes or Ericsson or Rashford or anyone other than Sancho out there, really. So I need another option for over on that side. In addition to Sancho, we still need that backup goalkeeper. And in an ideal world, we find a right back as well. But it depends on how many players we can shift out. We've got offers in for Tuanzebe, Bailly, Pereira, Martial. So if we can get rid of all of them, I mean, Martial's on £250,000 a week. Getting rid of all of them frees up some more transfer money and some more wage budget to try and plug those last few squad gaps. But even as it stands right now, we are infinitely better than we were at the start of the video at the end of last season. Look at that for a Manchester United team. I mean, you can put McKennie in there. Maybe have them, we'll figure out, we're probably going to do him. I mean, does he want to be a... Yeah, we'd probably actually have him in there just crunching, and he can be a playmaker and do that, maybe. I mean, what a difference that makes. What a difference that makes. Probably not Tom Heaton in goal. But that'll do. That'll probably win the Premier League in Football Manager. And we're still trying to add to it. Well, we have sold a lot of the fringe players that we didn't need anymore. Fred has gone to Dynamo Kiev for 17 million. Pereira to Dynamo Kiev for 3.9 million. Bailly to Besiktas, 18.75 million. Tuanzebe to Brighton, 9.25 million. Martial to Shakhtar for 13 million pounds. It means we can start spending again because we've all of a sudden got pennies once more. We're actually still making a profit this summer, which gives you an idea of the financial pull of Manchester United in general. I did try and get Anthony from Ajax to be the other right winger. He wasn't interested. So I thought, actually, that one's one that might be quite a realistic one. But no, he's not interested. So our current ones that we're after, Rodrigo from Real Madrid is our extra winger, and Caligari, who is a Brazilian right wing back, still playing in Brazil. The whole of Europe seems to want him, and he's reasonably priced, so we're trying to bring him in as well. And then we just need a goalkeeper. We did just try to get Alban Lafont, but no dice there. So back to the drawing board for a backup goalkeeper. Well, Caligari is in. We beat AC Milan to his signature, and then we've also finally got ourselves an Ajax player. Urian Timber has come in as well. I mean, I'm not even sure where I'm going to play him. We didn't really need him. Maybe right back, maybe centre back. Maybe it gives us the option to play with a DM. Ultimately, he's 21 with bags of potential. So he is a useful player to have around. And having someone like him in means we can then get rid of maybe the likes of Maguire or Wan-Bissaka, some of the players who the Manchester United fans don't seem that keen on. We are still trying to do business. Want to get one more attacker through the door. Alexis Salamakers. I don't know how to say this guy's name. I think he might be the final one. We still don't have a backup goalkeeper, but we are running out of money. I think this is probably going to be our final signing. It's the first day of the new season. This is what the new look team looks like for the first day of the Premier League season. We've not thrown all of the new players in. Caligari, Timber, Isaac, Malacia, Rodrigo, all down on the bench. McKennie is injured. He's going to miss the first month or so of the season, which is not ideal. And we're still trying to get rid of Phil Jones, Alex Telles, and a couple of others around and about the place as well. So there might still be some business. I'll meet you on deadline day to see if we do anything else. And it is now deadline day, and here is your summary of the key deals that we've done in that window. We spent 436 million. We did bring 64 million pound in, and that's not counting the 30 million for Ronaldo as well. So a net spend of 340-ish million pounds. But I don't think they're going to need to spend significantly for like the next 3 or 4 years. This window was designed to set this club up for the next 5 years. So Osimhen, Isaac, Upamecano, the big headlines, Martial, Bailly and Fred, the big departures, and of course Ronaldo, Pogba and everybody else. We've now got the second highest wage expenditure in the Premier League. Excellent stuff. We got rid of 23 players in that window, which is utterly bonkers, but we have started the season well. Undefeated start, which is always very welcome. I don't think we've got anyone in the Dream 11, which is a little bit upsetting. Give us time. We did bring in a couple more players. Alexis Salamakas did come in. We've actually been playing him at right back rather than on the right wing. We've got a lot of right backs at the club now. There's about 5 in this squad, making up for the fact I've not been able to find a right back for years in my series with Tor that comes out Monday to Friday here on the channel. I've just got all the right backs here. I might try and send one of them on loan through the dimensional LOLLUJO verse. I also forgot to mention we brought this guy in, Brandon Austin, who's just our new 3rd choice goalkeeper. He was available for free. He's not very good, but here he is. Welcome along. The biggest news of deadline day, though, is Phil Jones has left Manchester United. He has rejoined Blackburn on loan until the end of the season. We're paying all of his wages. So he's basically it's just to get him out of the way. There's no benefit to us, but I would suggest probably big benefit to Blackburn. So he's off, back in Blackburn, doesn't even have to move house. Lovely stuff. And this squad, I think, is looking pretty good. What I'm going to do now is holiday through to the end of the season and see if this kind of form continues. Can Manchester United win the Premier League just with 1 transfer window's worth of rebuild? Probably not, because Liverpool and Man City exist, but I think we're definitely heading back to the Champions League. What we've learnt here, boys and girls, is all Manchester United need to do to get back to being the dominant force they used to be is spend £340 million of net spend. We only went and won the Premier League. Goodness me, look at the state of that. Premier League champions, clear by 4 points. Victor Osimhen, 3rd top scorer in the league as well. Not only that, we've won the FA Cup. We lost the FA Cup. In fact, Arsenal are a bit of a bogey team for us. Lost the FA Cup final to Arsenal. Arsenal also knocking us out in the semi-final of the Europa League as well. So it is just the Premier League. But you know what? I think Manchester United fans are likely to agree that just winning the Premier League this coming season will probably do. Goals rattling in all over the place. 36 from Osimhen, 23 from Isak, who's actually got more goals than starts. Marcus Rashford weighing in with 18. Sancho with 12. Fernandes with 10. Eriksen, 22 goal contributions. Look at some of these assists as well. 17 goal contributions from Rodrigo, who somehow still only averaged a 6.87. He must have had some truly terrible games in those matches when he wasn't generating all of the goals. Likewise from Salamakas, who looks like he did end up playing on the right-hand side of midfield rather than at right back. Top players, Varane, Shaw. Yay, one of mine, Osimhen. Lindelof's up there, but barely played. Upamecano, though, did good stuff. Caligari did eventually establish himself in the team, playing 23 matches. Although Dallow's played almost as many as well. All in all, I mean, there you go. Harry Maguire, only 15 starts. Do you feel better now, Manchester United fans? I'm just checking in on the rest of my news signings. I want to see if there were any flops, really. So we already know about... What about Nunes? We've not seen him on any of those lists. I'd call that a decent enough season from Nunes. Weston McKennie, a decent enough season from him. And Timber, I've not seen anywhere either. More to come from Jurrien Timber. He's still very, very young. Probably the disappointing one. Probably. I mean, I said at the time I didn't really know what the plan was with him. I would argue those two were probably unnecessary. Although it's nice to have... I mean, he's been great, and it's nice to have the players in the squad. Do we get to see the team of the year? Probably not yet. Either way, bottom line, if Manchester United go and do this, they'll win the Premier League. We now know this to be true. They're not going to do this, obviously. I never said this was going to be a realistic rebuild of Manchester United. But if they decided to go out and properly rebuild the football club, this is how you do it. It builds up a little bit of transfer debt, but Premier League win. I think they take it. Let me know. Let me know what you would do. How many of the transfers do you agree with? The comment section is there for discussion. And if nothing else, I think we've learned that Manchester United is going to be quite a fun save in FM23, especially if Ronaldo does go, which at the time of recording, no idea whether that's actually happening or not. But if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.